before you comment, before you argue, before you pick a side. Listen, because this video is not about defending Rob Reiner. It's not about attacking Donald Trump. And it's not about left versus right. It's about a moment where power chose cruelty. And a country decided whether to flinch or cheer. Let's break down what actually happened. In the past day, a post appeared on Donald Trump's verified truth social account referencing Rob Reiner and his wife, Michele. The Puz framed their deaths or reports surrounding them. Not with restraint or condolences. But with ridicule. They blamed something called Trump derangement syndrome. Reiner's criticism of Trump. Folded it into praise of Trump himself. Okay, and a so-called golden age of America. The reaction was immediate. Some people were horrified. Others applauded. And that split reaction is exactly why this moment matters. To understand why Trump said this, you have to understand his political style. Donald Trump doesn't just debate opponents. He delegitimizes them. He doesn't just disagree. That's been his brand for years. Rob Reiner has been one of Trump's most outspoken critics. Particularly on democratized authoritarianism and January 6th. So this post wasn't about grief. It wasn't accidental. It was an emotional overflow. It was power messaging. The subtext was clear. This is what happens to my critics. And that's not leadership. That's dominance theater. Let's strip away the caricature. And talk about the actual human being. Rob Reiner is an American filmmaker and actor whose work helped shape modern American culture. He directed Stand By Me, The Princess Bride, When Harry Met Sally, A Few Good Men. These aren't political manifestos. They're stories about friendship, love, conscience, and standing up to power. Yes, Rob Reiner is politically outspoken. Loudly so. But political speech, even harsh political speech, is not a justification for You could disagree with someone without erasing their humanity. And this part matters more than people want to admit. Michele Reiner was not a political figure. She wasn't a pundit. She wasn't an activist online. She wasn't someone trading insults in the arena. She was a spouse, a private citizen, a human being. And when leaders blur the line between political enemies and collateral damage, innocence gets dragged into the wreckage. Here's the uncomfortable truth. This controversy isn't about Trump. It's not about Rob Reiner. It's about what we excuse when it comes from someone we support. If mocking death becomes acceptable because a person was on the other side, then politics has eaten morality. If cruelty becomes entertainment, if empathy becomes weakness, if grief becomes content, then values were never the point. Loyalty was. A society built on loyalty instead of principles doesn't stay free for long. I want everyone to pause for a second. Strip away the politics. Strip away the cheering. Strip away the team jerseys. A man and his wife are dead. And instead of dignity, instead of restraint, instead of humanity, the President of the United States chose mockery. Not policy, not leadership. Facts. Mockery. He turned death into a punchline. Grief into a political prop. And cruelty into content. And if your first instinct is to defend that, to laugh, to excuse, to say they deserved it, then this isn't about Trump anymore. It's about what we've normalized. Because real strength doesn't kick the dead. Real leadership doesn't need to humiliate. And real patriotism doesn't rock the soul to win applause. You don't have to like Rob Reiner. You don't have to agree with his politics. But if we lose the ability to say, this crossed the line, then the line is already gone. Calling this out is a Trump derangement syndrome. It's human decency. And if decency offends you, that tells me everything I need to know.